So let's talk about being divisive, or like promoting division, or this new age idea that we shouldn't be promoting division and we shouldn't be promoting separation, that we should all be one big loving happy family. So I want to use as a kind of teachable moment this statement that was put out by Madeline Moon, who is, if you don't know, I think she's like in the polarity space. Teaches people how to get their king, or how to get, she's in like the relationship space, talks about divine masculine, divine feminine. I don't really follow her, but I've briefly seen her stuff, and she's blocked now anyway, so she's not going to see this. So let's look at this, okay? She waited eight months to talk about genocide. A lot of spiritual influences have been completely silent, as we know, on the topic of genocide, which is I think probably one of the most hotly debated topics of conversation around this issue, about whether people should be using their platforms to speak up, or whether everybody's obligated to do this kind of collective work for humanity. But I find it particularly problematic that when she was asked to use her platform, and I think it's perfectly feasible, I think it's perfectly justifiable for people who follow a particular spiritual influencer or a healer or a wellness coach or something like that, to request that the person that they follow and who they potentially are buying services from make a statement on the topics of the day, okay, or on a trending topic, okay. Many times I have people slide into my DMs or leave a comment and ask me my position on certain things, and sometimes I'm not qualified to talk about certain things, and I will just let people know, I'm not really qualified to talk about that, that's not really my area, or maybe I will look into that and I'll do a video on it. But it's perfectly valid that people would want the healer in question to show their position on a certain thing, because if you're affected by that thing, you want to know if the healer or the coach or the therapist that you're going to is a safe person to work with on that subject. Like if you've just had like a relationship falling out, like a friendship, or you just broke up with your partner, or you've fallen out with members of your family over this issue, how are you going to go to a therapist who might be a Zionist? They might support genocide. Like, how are you going to feel safe with that person? Okay, so we have been asking people to take a position on this and show what their positioning is on this, so that we can know if that is a safe person to work with. Okay, how is a Palestinian person, or a person who's in the Palestine movement, who believes in indigenous self-determination, who believes that every single group of people on this planet has the right to self-defense and has the right to organize, and the right of armed resistance and armed struggle as protected by international law. If you're working with somebody who thinks that you are a terrorist because of that, because they've been brainwashed by the mainstream media machine and they have a colonized perspective, the person's not going to be a safe person for you to work with. That's why we've been asking people to take a position on this, okay? And I know people have been complaining and being like, oh, we can never get it right. Like, they ask us to say something, and then when we say something, then they complain that we didn't say it properly, or we said the wrong thing. And it's just like, no, yeah, we're asking you what your position is, so that we can know what your position is, so that we can know whether to work with you or not, or whether you're somebody that we want to follow, okay? And if you reveal yourself to be ignorant of these issues and not be a safe person for us to know and to follow and to engage with, then we will talk about it, we'll have that discussion, we'll tune you out, frankly, okay? Because the work that we're doing is dangerous, okay? We're talking about people that are facing genocide, and people that have lost their jobs or faced state violence as a result of speaking up against this tyranny, okay? So we need healers and coaches and therapists and spiritual teachers who are on side, okay? That's why we ask people to speak up. So in this statement, instead of actually saying, how what we would want to hear, ideally, to know that that's a safe person who's decolonized their perspective and supports Indigenous self-determination, supports, you know, the right of people to return to their ancestral homeland, supports reparations, supports land back, is against settler colonialism, is against apartheid, is against genocide. Instead, she drew attention to division, okay? And this is what a lot of people in the spiritual community who have a colonial perspective and still haven't decolonized their mindset and are still aligning with empire, instead of recognizing that we need to tear empire down because empire doesn't serve us, it only seeks to enslave us. This is what a lot of them are doing, okay? They're calling attention to the people that are provoking division, okay? The people that are provoking division, the people that are being divisive are not the people that are drawing attention to the genocide, to the divisiveness, okay? The people that are being divisive are the people that are perpetrating the genocide, okay? This is very simple stuff. Genocide is divisive. Genocide is wrong, okay? And supporting genocide, supporting settler colonialism, the Zionist entity, Israel, that occupies Palestine, is a settler colonial project, okay? If you look at the original founding documents between Lord Balfour, Rothschild and Cecil Rhodes, when they were deciding where to have this Zionist project, and there were multiple different countries where they originally wanted to have it. I think Argentina was one of them. I think, I forget. I think Ukraine was one of them also, and Uganda, if I'm not mistaken, but somebody, if I've got that wrong, somebody let me know in the comments. They clearly outlined and they were very open about the fact that it was a colonial project, okay? Now they're changing their tune because colonialism isn't so fashionable anymore. White supremacy isn't so fashionable anymore, okay? Keeping Indigenous people all hemmed in a concentration camp isn't so fashionable anymore, okay? So they're trying to obfuscate the truth of what's happening here. Us drawing attention to it, we're not the divisive ones, okay? If you choose to stand with empire, then you are choosing division, okay? It's not us that's choosing division. But if that's what you choose, then of course we will choose to be divided from you, okay? We were having this discussion on Sarah of Magdalene's, in her comment section. I was talking to my friend Freya Gabriel, who you should all go follow as well. I was just like, when they talk about, like, let's not be divisive, what are they saying? Like, are they saying that we should all be sitting around the fire singing Kumbaya with Zionists or with IOF soldiers or people that are basically causing for Gaza to be flattened or, you know, for Rafah to be invaded, and like, let's kill all these terrorists and like, let's get rid of all these Hamas supporters? Like, that's basically what they're going for. Like, they don't, like, if we say those people who are guilty of war crimes, they're violating international law every single day, should be in jail, and Indigenous people, Palestinians in this case, have the right to armed resistance, okay? They have the right to self-defense. It's their ancestral land, okay, that the Zionist entity is trying to land grab and steal the planetary resources that there, okay? There's billions of oil and gas under Gaza, okay? And they also want to build the Ben Gurion Canal. This is a land grab. This is classic case of settler colonialism. It is not complicated, okay? Yes, there's a lot of different things that have happened, okay, over history. But the more you learn about those, the more you realize how simple it really is. This is going to be a theme with my videos going forwards, because the more I'm talking about this now, the more bullshit I'm seeing expose itself, okay, in the spiritual community, the so-called truth community, okay? These people are not genuinely seeking truth. You need to do better, guys, okay? I'm calling you in right now. If you do better, you get educated. Don't say anything yet. Like, for the love of God, don't say anything yet. I know people are calling upon you to say something. Educate yourselves first, listen to some Palestinian perspectives, and then speak once you've educated yourself, okay? You're going to do your reputation so much damage if you still have a colonized perspective. And look, you know, I didn't know either, okay? I still thought, I still thought Israel had the right to exist before all of this, okay? I still thought that it was a legitimate state. But after researching this, I no longer believe that, okay? So do your research. I really invite you. Follow all the people that I post in my stories and then speak, okay? We want to be divided from people that are complicit in genocide or that are supporting genocide, okay? We don't want to be one with y'all, okay? I'm not a new ager. I'm not love and light here, okay? I'm here to bust the new age, to just completely destroy all the new age bullshit that is perpetuating out there, okay? I'm going to do a whole series on new age lies and new age distortions that many people in the truth community, despite the fact that they know that new age spirituality is satanic, a lot of them do realize this. A lot of these ascension traps are so insidious because the new age steals organic creation codes and just distorts them and inverts them. So there is some truth to some of the new age beliefs, but it's not the full truth, okay? As they say in the Kabbalion, all truths are but half truths, okay? And that includes what's taught in the Kabbalion as well. And if you haven't yet donated to Mohammed Fatih's GoFundMe campaign for his evacuation funds, we still need to raise, we're almost 50% of the way there, but we still need to raise about 20,000 to evacuate his whole family. So, you know, if you can afford to donate, even like $5 is like more than welcome and very appreciated. If you can't afford to donate at this time, then I ask you to please share this video. See you in the next video, guys.